Hey everyone, today we have Holly Haven with Haven Home Team here in Celina, Texas, and we're really looking forward to seeing and talking to her about the different stuff in real estate in the area, and also kind of see what made her be a realtor and all those good things. So stay tuned. Get going with some good, powerful content. Hey guys, today we have a good. Hey guys, all right, so we have Holly Haven here today with the Haven Home Team. I'm going to add her real quick. Hey Holly.
Hey, how are you?
Good, and you?
Doing good.
Just iced in, right?
Iced in for a week. This is not our normal Texas weather, and we don't do well with it.
No, no. So, I've known you for about a year now.
Yeah.
Um, I met you through Master Networks, and amazing. I love it. I've learned
Yeah.
so much, and I gotta say, we probably have the best group. Wouldn't you say?
I firmly believe we're the best group, and I tell people all the time.
Yeah. So I really urge people if they're in the Salina Prosper area that don't have a network group that they're going to, that they give us a shot on Wednesday mornings, 9 a.m. at Lilwood and Penguin.
Yeah.
And I mean, I it just grows their business, and we're more like a family than anything. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've had, so many chapter members that have had some kind of family emergency or an illness that has come up, and it's really cool to see that, this is not just business networking. This is people, wanting to offer, wanting to help, wanting to take food, or see how we can do something else for them. It's not just business. It really has been like true relationship building, and it's been really something cool to witness and be a part of.
Yeah, I've got to say, whenever I had my deal in October, y'all were there to help me, and it's so amazing. And I mean, it was a blessing to have you guys, and in my corner, and I mean, fixing fences, taking down swimming pools, feeding, giving me food, whatever I needed, y'all were there. So I
Yeah.
just it was amazing, and I truly, truly appreciate that.
Yeah, we were so glad to be able to do it, and it was such a weird, like, what did we have, like a big windstorm in the middle, and you couldn't get out, and the you had this pool that had like tangled and blown over a fence, like it was
Yeah,
crazy, but yeah, the
yeah.
guys in the group just totally stepped up. I made the call, and we had like six people there in an hour, so it was awesome.
Yeah, it was truly amazing. So, I'm gonna give you full screen, and if you could just tell us a little bit about who you are, and maybe like your process of how you became a realtor.
Okay. Yeah, so I like to tell people I kind of came the long route to where we're at. I have actually been licensed since 2002, but I was young, maybe 26-ish years old, and found out we were pregnant with our youngest child the same week I got licensed, which, sometimes can put a kink in your income plans, and full commission was a little bit tougher at that time in our life, in our stage of life. So kind of put it on the back burner, did a little bit of real estate here and there for the next several years, jumped back in 2006. And then, of course, everybody knows what happened after 2008. So I took a break from real estate after that, and I went into education. And I actually taught at Prosper High School for 4 years. So that was never a life plan of mine. And I would say that most people who knew me or know me are like, what in the heck? Because I'm not your average, I want to grow up to be a teacher. That just really was never what I wanted to do. But it turned out that I loved educating buyers and sellers through the process. And I kind of found another way to utilize that skill and something that I really enjoyed. So taught at Prosper High School for 4 years. I had really fun classes. I taught like home ec, and I had the dance team and cheerleaders, and taught aerobics and fitness classes. It was really super fun. It was a really good experience. And people ask me why I got out of education, and I tell them it's because every student comes with 2 to 4 parents. And when you have dance team and cheerleaders, it's a lot going on with parent involvement. So it was a great experience, but I did move on, moved back into real estate after that. And I've kind of been in all these different pieces of real estate since then. I was an operations director for a team in Plano that's really doing great. They're an amazing, nice, big team with lots of agents now. But during that time I was there, I was introduced to a marketing company, and I ended up leaving and going to work for this marketing company. And what we did was we coached agents on social media marketing. So I was kind of their ops director, and I was coaching agents, and I was doing a lot of customer service stuff, and realized I was a licensed active agent that was coaching agents to make 3 and 4 times my salary. And realized I was, it was time. It was time for me to get back in the industry. So in 2018, I went back into real estate full time and have never looked back. In 2022, I was able to start building my team. So we actually have 2 agents on the team now besides me. And one of those, as you know, is my daughter, Andy Haven. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing now, is just focusing on helping buyers and sellers and investors really all across Collin County. We do leave Collin County a little bit because we're North Texas natives and we're really familiar with the whole DFW Metroplex, but we spend most of our time here in Collin County.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I want to know, what has been one of your biggest challenges in a real estate career?
Oh my goodness. I would just say the growth in our area has been a big challenge, and probably because I am a native Texan. I just feel like things are changing so quickly that it doesn't feel as much like Texas to me anymore, which is not always bad, right? It's okay. I'm okay with change, but we do see some things that are just different. And people, like you're always going to be challenged when you work with people. Sometimes it's a good challenge, and sometimes not so much. We don't have any major issues. We work with a lot of clients that, they've chosen us because we are like-minded. We have similar goals and core values, and so I will say that's kind of my long answer to saying we're pretty blessed that we don't have a lot of client challenges. Sometimes clients on the other side, or the agent on the other side, can be challenging. The process can be challenging more so than probably the individuals, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's been a good, unique property that you've listed? Like something that's been kind of like a fun property that you think, oh wow, that's awesome.
Well, so can I tell you about one that's coming up?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it's definitely the most unique. It's the most fun property that I've had the experience of working with. Um, so we're probably going to be listing it towards the end of 2023, maybe early 2024, because this property is so unique that it's going to take us a bit to figure out how to sell it. It's 72 acres in McKinney. The house is approximately 12,000 square feet, 6,000 square feet of living, and 6,000 square feet of custom car shop and garage attached, full AC and heating. We have an equestrian barn. This place it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Wow.
So yeah, it's gonna probably go in a high end auction is what we're gonna do later this year or early next year. But it was a fun experience because I met them, I showed them some property, and at the time they had an agent. So I had 12 acres listed in Anna for some clients and friends of ours, and this couple came and looked at it with their agent. I met them out there to open gates and open barns and things like that, and we chatted. They were a super sweet couple, and they ended up not buying the property. It wasn't right for them. That was great. They personally called me back about 6 months later and said they really enjoyed meeting me. They wanted to chat, and didn't work out with their agent. They were looking for somebody new. So they invited me out to their place in McKinney to see if I would be interested in selling it and helping them buy some land. So you can imagine my surprise when I pulled up, and it's this 72-acre gorgeous estate. The custom cars in this place are phenomenal. Like, it's the most amazing property I've had the experience of even touring, much less having the opportunity to market it and get it sold. So super
That's
excited.
awesome. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they are the sweetest couple. Love them to death. We ended up helping them buy 20 acres in Van Alstyne. I referred them a builder. Now they're going through the process of building some other really amazing property, which is why we're going to be at least a year down the road of getting them moved out of this one. So,
Okay,
yeah.
awesome. So so because of your customer service skills prior to even meeting these people, it was so important to them that they really they saw you and they thought, you know what, we want to give Holly a call. And I think that's something that people need to understand, that you always need to be on your A game. Always.
Yeah, it was a humbling experience because, when I meet clients that are not my clients, right? Another agent is working with them, then we have a very strict line in the code of ethics that we are not allowed to reach out or engage with those clients unless it is specific to that transaction, or if they were to reach out to me, obviously. So it was really humbling that I was never there to earn their business. I was there to help them, guide them, help their agent, and really showcase the property that I had listed. So it was a humbling experience to have them reach back out to me, and I've had the experience of working with them this last year, and the next year or two as we continue. So it's been
That's,
a lot of fun.
that's awesome. I can't wait to see the property whenever
I
whenever it's
know,
listed.
I know. We're definitely going to do a big showcase event once that one's ready.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. So what about artificial turf? Because I'm in the turf business. So when
Yeah.
you show a home that has artificial turf in the backyard that's presented well, it's installed correctly.
Right.
So I have to put that in there when it's installed correctly.
Right.
Um, do you see it being an advantage to a home buyer versus a disadvantage? If you could kind of maybe go on that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's legitimately no downside to turf. Not only in my opinion, but from what I've experienced and feedback from buyers and sellers. Um, I know one of the neighborhoods specific is Light Farms in Prosper, Celina, right there on the border. Is something about the drainage in Light Farms, and I'm not knocking the developer, but there's something going on out there. And we constantly had homeowners, complaining about the drainage. We had sellers putting it in seller's disclosure. We had buyers who would move in and they'd be frustrated. So that's one of the neighborhoods I've personally seen a lot of turf done over the last few years. And it is a huge impact to how quickly those homes sold. So one of the things I say about turf is it's really hard to put a number on it, right? If you spend $15,000 and you turf this section of the backyard or around a pool or whatever you've done, I can't say, oh, you're getting 15,000 back. It's hard with almost any upgrade, right? You can go put some great kitchen upgrades. You can do some patios. There's some things we know kind of, right? We're going to get every dollar back.
Yep.
With turf, I tell people, you're going to get something back. I can't guarantee you 100%, but you are going to have the ease of use. You're not dealing with the muddy backyard. You don't have the muddy dogs. We personally have 3 German Shepherds, and there is nothing worse than my next 3 weeks of this thawing in my muddy yard. Like, it's going to be brutal. So if I had turf, I'd be super excited right now.
Right.
Um, but you did tell me that turfing my 2 acres would cost me an arm and a leg. So
Yeah, I could
so
go
we
on a long
decided to hold off.
vacation.
Send the dogs to the boarding or something for a few weeks. Yeah, but you're definitely, what we see is when we're comparing apples to apples. And so we have 2 properties, similar neighborhoods, similar size, similar finishes, and one has turf and one doesn't. The buyer is almost 100% of the time going to be attracted to the property with turf, especially if they have any idea or they have dogs or they have kids. They just want to be able to go out and play and not, track the mud and the grass and the mess back in. So
Sure, absolutely. Okay,
yeah.
awesome. Always kind of curious, so that was good. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So what advice do you give people that's wanting to get into the real estate careers? Say if they say, "Oh, right now is a bad time to get in it," it's horrible. If you could just maybe uh, see what you could say about that.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's one of the best times to get into real estate is when we're in some kind of a shifting market. We are coming out of 18 months where agents who had very little education or knowledge did quite a bit of business, um, which is good, right? We love that they're making money in the industry, but it didn't necessarily allow them to learn through the industry. It didn't allow them to learn how to find business, where to get your leads, how do you get that next sell in your pipeline, and it didn't even necessarily teach them what negotiations really look like, what a real kind of stable, normal market looks like. We were just, we were like giving people our firstborn and a year of tacos if they would just accept our offer. We were doing all this crazy stuff, and that's not a traditional market. That's not a market we're used to. So for an agent that might be thinking about it, to me, this is actually the best time to get in. You've got to come in with a plan. You need at least 6 months of income set aside if you're going to dive in with both feet. And really, finding a team and a mentor and somebody that's willing to coach you and be your resource and be your guide. And that's definitely something that we're offering now that we have our team built out a little bit. We're moving forward. We're really excited. I want to take the skills that I took into teaching high school and that I carried back with me from that, and really take the opportunity to coach agents up in the industry, being true to yourself and being authentic so that you can really show up for your clients.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, I guess, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just kind of, I just wanted to get everybody to know you and know that, if you have a house that you're wanting to list in the Celina Prosper area, give Holly a call. And,
Yeah.
I guess let me put this on here too, so that way they know how to get a hold of you. And so havenhometeamtx.com, correct?
That's it.
Okay, perfect. So any last words that you might want to say?
No, not really. I appreciate you having me on, and I'm excited. If anybody has questions, just I'm here to be a resource for people. We are not hard sells, so if they just want to go to the website, check us out, ask us some questions, they're welcome to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Holly, for being on the show today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Bye.
Bye.